Hey, hi, hello, and what's up to all you beautiful and wonderful people out there? I'm Keisha CM, aka Divinity, and welcome to yet another episode of Life as a Creative Director and Brand CEO. So, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a fire, unique, and clickable YouTube thumbnail. As somebody who dibbles and dabbles in graphic design, I am really excited to showcase this full behind the scenes journey in creating YouTube thumbnails. So we are going to be using the website Canva for this tutorial. Canva is literally how I make all of my designs. Like, I think maybe sometimes I've dabbled in like PixArt and some other things, but for the most part, my YouTube intros, my thumbnails, my designs, my content creations, my flyers, my media kits, all of that I have literally made on Canva. Canva is a great overall site that you can usually use for anything. So this is going to be a lot of fun. But before we get into the actual tutorial, I want to go over 3 major components that is going to take your YouTube thumbnails just to kind of like a higher level and to make your videos more enticing and clickable. Now, if you do not want to know these 3 components, if you do not want to learn and take the opportunity to gain the formula and knowledge that you will need for other things, by all means, please skip ahead, go ahead and go straight to the tutorial. It is no harm, it is no shame, it is no foul, no offense taken. But for those of you that are looking to actually learn and actually go through this journey with me, I am here, you are here, so let's go ahead and get right into it, okay? So, component number 1, which I think is the most important component of all of this, is to do inspirational research, okay? And essentially what this is you taking the time to go onto YouTube, find the topic of your video, and compare and analyze what other creators have for their YouTube thumbnails and titles so that you can kind of see what it is that is the most enticing, the most clickable, what it is that people are looking for. So let's kind of give a little example to give a bit more clarity. Let's say that we are creating a morning routine video. Okay, that is the YouTube video that we are making. We are going to go onto YouTube, we're going to go into the search bar, and we're going to type in morning routine, and then we're going to click enter. That first full page is going to show you the most liked, the most viewed YouTube videos in regards to morning routines. And there's going to be a plethora. 5 a.m. morning routine, 6 a.m. morning routine, realistic morning routine as an influencer, morning routine as a CEO, all of that is going to probably be on that first page. What you are going to do in the aspect of inspirational research is you are going to compare and analyze all of the videos, not all of them, not all of them, but just a good couple of them. You're going to look at the color schemes, the titles, you're going to look at the pictures that they use, the wording, the fonts, the decorations, the graphics, all of that. You're going to look at each one, you're going to compare, you're going to look at the views, and you're going to see what other YouTubers are utilizing to get people to click on their videos. The whole point of a YouTube thumbnail is to get people to click on your video. So this brings us into our second component, that is number 2, which is essentially having quality pictures. You want to make sure that you are taking quality pictures of any and everything dealing with the topic of your video, okay? Because this is what you are going to be using as the main focus of your YouTube thumbnail. So for example, going back to the morning routine. Let's say in your morning routine video, you have a segment where you go to the gym, another segment where you do some skincare, and another segment where you go to Starbucks, right? So you want to make sure that you have quality pictures of those segments. So for the gym, you can have like a really nice quality picture of you in a gym outfit or of your gym clothes. You can have a really nice picture of like your sunscreen and your favorite moisturizer paired up together and have a picture of that. And then for your Starbucks run, you can just have kind of like the picture of the drink and, you know, matcha ice, blase, all of that, venti, vanilla chai. And you want to make sure that you have those quality pictures so that you can place them into your YouTube thumbnail. You're kind of giving that arrangement of like, oh, these are the different things that she has in her videos. These are the different things that she talks about. This is really nice. Quality pictures really draw in an audience, okay? I've learned this firsthand. You want to make sure that those pictures are clear, concise, and that they're nice and according to the theme of your video. And the very last, third component that I feel is also extremely important is the title and wording of your thumbnail / your video. They're all interconnected, so they kind of lace into each other in one way or another. But making sure that you have a quality and I want to say like a spice title is really essential. And what I mean by a spice title is basically whatever your video is about, put that in your title, but also make sure that you add a little extra flavor so that it can entice people to click on your video. So for example, let's say that on your thumbnail, like the actual picture for your video, you just put 5 a.m. morning routine. That's fine. That's okay. Make sure the font looks really cute, really funky, blase, 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 you're good. But for the actual video of your title, let's say that you put 5 a.m. morning routine, realistic aesthetic, Starbucks run, plus gym tips, blase, blase, blase. That would kind of be your extra spice because you are giving more than just like an aesthetic video. You're also in your video giving gym tips because you're going to be going to the gym. You're also showing people your Starbucks run, which a lot of people like Starbucks and or they like to try different drinks. So maybe there's like a new different drink that you try in your Starbucks run. And so you have that as I tried a new drink in Starbucks or something like small like that in the title. That would give that the extra spice. Another example that's kind of ill-related is once upon a time I was doing inspirational research for vlog videos. And I found this couple, I cannot remember her name for the life of me, but I found this couple and she's somebody that I was subscribed to, but on her video, she was like, me and Bae, vacation, couple vlog, going to Bali. Simple, really simplistic, okay, couple vlog, you're going to Bali. But she had an element of spice in her video, and to where when you read the full title at the, like towards the middle or the end of it, she put, we ended up in the hospital. And then when you look at the YouTube thumbnail, there's a picture of somebody like with a broken, like I think foot or something in the hospital. So that for me was extremely enticing because I'm very nosy. I want to know what's going on. And so I was just like, how do you go on vacation, Bali, and you end up in the hospital? So that kind of was that extra spice and flavor that was enticing enough for me to click on the video and watch the vlog because I want to know what happened. I want to see the drama and see how this all unfolded. You know what I mean? So just make sure that you have that extra flavor in your video so that it is more clickable and it is more likable so that you can get the views that you are looking for, okay? So those are the 3 major components. I really hope that that helped for some of you as far as keeping that formula in the back of your mind so that whenever you're making more YouTube thumbnails or just many other designs, that you kind of know the things that you should be looking for in order to put it in your own video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on the tutorial of how to make a YouTube thumbnail. Let's go. Alrighty guys, so starting off, we're going to go on the website Canva. And as you can see, this is the home page of Canva. I'm already signed into my personal account. So my home page consists of like my own projects and things that I've made. But essentially this is how Canva looks when you first open it. And then you have a projects tab, templates, and some other tabs here on the side. But what we're going to do is we're going to type in YouTube thumbnail. I don't know why my thing is glitching, but we're going to use the search bar to find YouTube thumbnail templates. And the great thing about Canva is that it does all the measurements for you, so you don't have to worry about it not being the right size. So as you can see, there's a plethora of templates and they are all really, really so cute. Like, look at this day in my life template, okay? And they give suggested ones underneath it. There's a bunch for vlogs and different things like that. Not sure who the designers are that make these templates, but I hope they make enough money. So as you can see, like, they offer a wide range of templates in different ones. But we're not doing a vlog. We are looking for a thumbnail template. So we're just gonna keep scrolling down and searching until we find one that kind of screams out to us, yes, this is the template that we want. So I think I found one that I'm really feeling. I'm gonna click on this one. I'm really liking this template and the graphics it comes with. And then as you can see, when you go underneath it, like there are also other templates that are talking about making thumbnails and different things like that. So this kind of falls in line with that. So we're gonna go ahead and customize this template. And here is our opening screen. So starting off, I'm going to go ahead and look for a different background because I'm not really feeling the orange and yellow theme. So I'm going to type in on Canva, white background. And then as you can see, there's different elements that they provide, but we're going to go to photos and there's all these different white backgrounds that they offer. And all you have to do when you want one to change the background is literally you click on it and you drag and drop it towards the back and it just automatically puts it there for you. So I'm going to go ahead and put my own background from my uploads. And it's just kind of this like white crinkly paper background. I think it really is cute and it fits the aesthetic I'm going for. So that's what I'm going to put. Of course, you can use whatever background you want, but that's what I did. And now I'm going to be focusing on the computer element. I really, really like this graphic. So I'm just going to be moving everything to the side so that I can clear the way to start working on this specific one. So I'm just going to take it, drop it down. I'm going to duplicate it because I want two. And I'm going to resize this one. Get it to kind of the area that I wanted to, the size that I wanted to. And now I'm just going to play around with the positioning. Do I want it tilted? Do I want it straight? How high up do I want it? And kind of just do that for both of them until I get the desired outcome. So I really like this mouse icon. I think it really flows well with the whole computer click thing. So I'm going to keep this one and I'm going to put it over here and just kind of adjust the position and the sizing until I like it. I'm not feeling this one, so I'm going to delete this graphic. And now I'm going to focus on the title and the wording. So I'm moving these first to get these boxes out the way. I don't like this, so I'm deleting that. And this box, I'm kind of feeling it in a sense. So I think though I want to change the shape to give it more of like a thought bubble emoticon kind of look. So we're going to go to the shapes on Canva and we're going to see which one we like. I chose this square option here, and so now I'm just kind of readjusting it, seeing if I actually like it, seeing how it fits into the element and into the thumbnail. Now I'm taking my wording and I'm going to go ahead and change the title and put YouTube thumbnail because that is what this video is about. And then I'm just using the buttons that Canva provides to change the alignment and positioning of the wording. Literally, Canva provides everything that you can need. That's why I love using this website so much. I've gone ahead and started working on the secondary title, which is tutorial. I want this in a different font, so that's why it's in a different text bubble. And then again, I'm just using the buttons that Canva provides to do some realignment for the font. Do I want it centered? Do I want it to the left, to the right? That kind of thing. Going back to these graphics here, I'm gonna go ahead and upload my own pictures into them. Again, you're just using the drag and drop method, and I went ahead and put thumbnails that I have literally already made and put them in there so that I can have an example of the thumbnails that I make and how to make them. I'm just making a couple of minor adjustments to the icon. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so don't mind me when I'm doing these little details. These are just things to kind of give that overall flow. Going back to the title, I'm going to start focusing on how I want them to look. I don't like the shape anymore, so I'm just deleting that, and now I'm focusing on the words. For the first title, I'm going to change it to a red color because YouTube is red and I really want this part to stand out. And the great thing about Canva is that if it doesn't have the color that you're looking for, you can literally type in the specific color and it will give you a plethora of different options. So right now I'm just trying out the different reds that they have to find the one that is closely resembling the YouTube logo and the red that they have. After that, I'm going to go ahead and change the font, and Canva has literally 1,000,001 fonts that you can use. It's actually amazing. I have these recently used fonts that I have and that I usually use for a lot of my designs, so I'm just going to be taking one from there and finding the font that I feel fits best. And I'm doing the same thing for the tutorial, putting it in a different font than the first one. So I really like these fonts, so I'm just going to go ahead and start playing around with the positioning of the title and figuring out where it is and where I want it. I'm now going to go ahead and open up a tab on YouTube. This is the part where I was saying the components are really, really important. This is the part that we're focusing on. This is my YouTube page, my front home feed. But we're going to go in the search bar and we're going to type how to make a YouTube thumbnail. This is the inspirational research that I was referring to earlier in the video. Okay, so we went ahead and typed how to make a YouTube thumbnail, and this is the front page. These are the most viewed thumbnail videos. And you can just look at each video and see how many views that it has. And as we're scrolling, we're literally just taking in inventory of what different elements these thumbnails have. What does the font look like? What do the graphics look like? What's the color scheme? And we're going to be using all of that and implementing it into our own YouTube thumbnail. So after scrolling and getting our inspiration, we're going to go back to Canva, and now we're going to add some more elements. So I noticed that in a lot of the thumbnails, they have giant pictures of themselves in the thumbnails. So we're going to go ahead and click on a photo of ourselves. And we are going to click Edit Photo. And the great thing about Canva is it has a background remover button, so we're going to remove the background. Let it load, and boom, look at how pretty that is. It completely cuts out the entire background for you. You don't have to do anything. You literally can just do that. So we're gonna enlarge it, get it to the size of what I'm liking, and then we're going to position it where I want it, and I'm going to go ahead and add a filter on it just because for nothing. I'm using this Luna filter, and I'm going to go ahead and add in a second photo. I just want to have 2 photos of me. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing, edit photo, click background remover. The background has now been removed. I'm going to go in and apply the same filter, Luna. But I actually am looking at these other filters and I like these warmer ones. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and play around with these and see which one I like. I think I like the color scheme of that better. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some adjustments to the photo, change the size, realign it, position it, all that good stuff, and make sure it's where I want it to be. And then I'm just gonna change the other photo into the same filter. So now I've got my 2 enlarged photos, which are really cute. I'm just kind of toggling around, positioning, making sure it looks nice. And now I'm going to focus back on the title. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so that everyone can clearly see that this is a YouTube thumbnail tutorial. And just making sure that it's sized the right amount to make sure that it fits on the screen and everything like that. I'm going to do the same thing for the word tutorial, position it and make it a little bit larger. Again, I'm just making sure that it's exactly where and how I want it, and I want to make sure that it's in the front and it is aligned to the right. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add in some other elements. I'm really into graphics, and I'm thinking that I want to put a search bar in my graphics. So I'm going to go ahead and look up a search bar and find one that fits me. I clicked this one because it had the mouse icon, but the font of it looks really weird, the graphic of it, so I'm just going to find another one. And I found this like really nice white simplistic search bar that I think goes really well with the overall theme. Again, we're going for like computers, clicking, search bar, all that good stuff. So all these different elements I want to add into my thumbnail, and that's what's going to make mine unique. So right now I'm just adjusting it, positioning it, figuring out where I want it exactly and what placement would be best on the thumbnail. So I find that putting it kind of in front of my pictures kind of gives it that element that I'm looking for. So now this is a little cheat sheet that I use when I'm being lazy and I don't want to add a whole new text box. I just copy and duplicate whatever text box I already have, and then I write whatever else I need. So for the search bar, I'm going to create a text for it, and I'm putting "Come Graphic Design with Me" as kind of like a cute little extra element. And all I do is literally just change the sizing of it, changing it to 18, and then I'm just dragging it in front of the search bar, and boom, I now have like a little graphic in front of the search bar that makes it look like I typed something in. So I'm going to change the font as well and figure out which one I'm liking. And then I'm also going to make sure I change the color. I'm just going to put it as black because why? So I'm seeing that the black makes the font a little hard to read. So I'm just going to change it to a thicker kind of font so it's a little easier on the eyes. And now all I'm doing is, again, just doing those little perfectionist details, readjusting the search bar, readjusting and realigning the text, making sure it kind of all fits together however I want it to look and all of that. So. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and add just a few more graphics around the title, just to kind of give that little extra razzle dazzle. And I see this like made in Canva button, so because I'm making this in Canva and I want that to kind of be known, I'm gonna go ahead and add that onto my thumbnail and just play around with it to see where I want it for the position. And then I'm gonna add these pretty like cute stars. I think these are really nice, and they just give an extra how do you say, je ne sais quoi to the element of the thumbnail. So I'm gonna go ahead and play around, make sure that the position is nice, make sure the sizing is good, and then I'm gonna change the color to white. and I'm just copying, and I just duplicated that and literally moved it to the other side so that I can have to changing the position so that it can be behind the wording rather than in front. And I like it, so I'm gonna keep it like that. And then I'm gonna add one more element, and this one's gonna seem like really crazy, but I think this film element is a key note in here, and you're gonna see why in a second. Just trust the process, okay? So I'm enlarging it, and I'm gonna change the position to put it all the way to the back behind everything, and then I'm gonna change the transparency to dang near invisible. And just look at the difference there. Just look at how pretty that looks. You know what I mean? And I'm just gonna make some adjustments because I want it to look like the film is coming from behind and like going further into the. It almost looks like a Disney Channel thing. But either way, this is kind of the completed look, and I really like how it looks. I'm gonna go back to YouTube, and again, this is just kind of like my final run through. Do I have all the elements that the most viewed thumbnails have? Do I have the title? Do I have examples? Do I have a picture of myself? Do I have a nice background? All of those different things, which I personally feel like I do. So I'm just kind of taking it to see if there's anything else that I want to add onto my thumbnail. And I like how everything looks. I've got the enlarged photo, I've got the title, I've got everything that I need. So this is my completed look. And the very last thing that I need to do is simply download the thumbnail so that when it's time to upload it with my YouTube video, I have it all ready. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys love the design. I'm glad that you guys came along to graphic design with me. You know, this is really behind the scenes. This is really how we do. And I'm really hoping that these different elements and just kind of the style and everything inspires you for your own YouTube channel. All right, so we're just downloading it and making sure all of the elements are where we want it to be. And bada boom, bada bing, she is downloading. But yes, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye.